Hello everybody, good evening, welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is your latest Manchester United transfer news as Ruben Amorim's striker plans descend into chaos. Delap is going to sign for Chelsea. Shocked, stunned, I am really, because United put so much into this. To not get it done is actually quite earth-shattering for Manchester United. Apparently they're now going to move for Gyökeres or Sesko. The question has to be, why didn't we do that in the first place? An absolute mess. You know, Chelsea, Sir Jim Ratcliffe tried to buy Chelsea. The reality is Chelsea own Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They've owned him again, getting Delap. They owned him getting Kenda. And I tell you what, my favourite breakfast order, if it's eggs, is a poached egg with toast. Wilcox's, his favourite egg in the morning is egg on his face. Because that's what he's got, isn't it? He's absolutely messed it up. But I did say when the Dilap deal was resolved, I would tell the truth. And I have to say, before we delve into the desperation of Gyökeres, some people are saying we're trying to get in Burma. We're not. We'll talk about what's going on. United are basically thrashing around, desperately looking at the striker market, going, we could end up with nothing. That's the scary thing. That's the reality with United at the moment. They could end up with nothing because the striker market is moving fast. Chelsea still want Ekitike. Liverpool want Ekitike. Arsenal want Sesko or Gyökeres. David is going to Italy. There's not actually a lot left out there. Hello everybody, today's clip is supported by Sleeper. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit more about Sleeper. This app is making serious waves. It was the #1 downloaded sports app in the US during the NFL season, even beating heavyweights such as ESPN and Yahoo. Sleeper isn't just popular, it's because they truly deliver the best fantasy experience. You get deeper customization, more league options, and all the bells and whistles that make managing your fantasy team a blast. But that's not all. Sleeper is growing a fantastic community with several million people using it daily for their sports fix. Sleeper has a broad appeal and is genuinely built for everyone. So, if you're looking to up your fantasy game, make sure to check out Sleeper by clicking the link in the video description. Trust me, you won't regret it. I mean, imagine a scenario. Ekitike goes Chelsea. Ekitike goes Liverpool. Gyökeres goes Arsenal. Sesko goes Chelsea. There's nothing left. So United are desperately looking around now. Could it be Mateta? But we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me just say about Delap, my honest reaction is phew. I never wanted him in the first place. And now that we're not getting him, I'm obviously worried about what the alternative would be, because obviously I think he might have been the best we could get, in which case I'm worried, but I still hold hope of a desperate miracle. You know, maybe an Osman or something like that. I still hold hope out for that because I never wanted Delap. I just think there was just too similar to Rasmus in age, too much of a developmental striker, too much pressure. I don't actually believe he's ready for what Man United would need. By all accounts, I think he's going to Chelsea to basically work alongside another new striker as well, with plenty of cup football and European football. I think the environment's better for him there, but I never really wanted him anyway. Apparently it might be here we go with Delap at the moment anyway. So that's a well-timed video for us if it is. Let me just have a quick check. Let's have a look. Liam Delap to Chelsea, here we go. Agreement in place, 30 million release clause triggered. Man City will not use buyback clause, and Delap has already accepted Chelsea's project. Long-term deal, Maresca's impact, Champions League football key. Delap will join Chelsea. I mean, look, that's good timing. That is good timing. Well, I can speak openly now then. I'm actually glad we're not signing him. The scary thing is, what's the alternative going to be? Because it's a big mess at United. It's a little bit like, you know what it's a little bit like as an analogy? It's like being the father of the bride, and the bride is your daughter, obviously, and she's going to marry someone you don't want them to marry. When it all falls apart, you're really happy, but then your daughter's devastated because they were really in love with them, and you've got to pick up the pieces there, and they go, I'll never get married again. And you go, I'm not going to get any grandkids then. So I look at it like that. I'm very happy that we're not getting Delap. The scary thing is, I think United really, really wanted him, and that is scary. It's scary on many levels. It's scary on the fact that they've bottled it, and it's scary on the levels that they thought he was the guy. And it's scary on the level of what's the alternative. So there's three scary things there, isn't there? But I did the video the other day about Dilap and the big issue with Dilap. I didn't want him, but United did, and they've ended up with nothing. They've got nothing now. So where do they go next? That's the big question. Now, there are people out there saying that United will go for Mbeumo now. I think we need to just use a few brain cells here and just calm it down. Like, oh, we're going to go for Mbeumo, right? Newcastle have got Champions League football and money and a system that suits Mbeumo, right? So they've got the Champions League, they got the money, and they got the system that suits him. Man United haven't got the money, haven't got the system, and they haven't got European football. Now, people can moan about, oh, we only want players that want to play for us. And Cunha, to be fair, is in that position where he's actually done that. But Liam Delap, a one-season Premier League player who got relegated with Ipswich, wants Champions League football. I mean, fair play to him for the ambition, but this is where we're at. Now, what you've got to consider with Manchester United is about going for Ederson or Mbeumo or whoever it is you want to go for. We need a striker. You lot need a striker more than I do. And I know we need a striker. I mean, you lot absolutely pan Rasmus every bloody week. Do you not realise if we don't get a striker, that's your striker? And people are talking about, I think United will go for Mbeumo now. I think United will go for Ederson now, make a statement. We haven't got money to go and get anybody other than a striker next. We need to sell to buy. So the reason we liked Liam Delap is because he was 30 million quid and cheap. We are financially in trouble. We are not going to spin and go for a winger or a holding midfielder before a striker. We need a striker. Absolutely need a striker. And the question is, what are they going to do? Now, somebody might say, well, look, we could get Mbeumo and a striker. We could get Ederson and a striker. We could do, but the striker market dictates that it's a little bit like being in a supermarket, right? And the striker market is where the cornflakes are. And you wander off into the pasta aisle and you're getting pasta and you can hear this commotion in the cereal aisle. You go, don't worry about that. We'll go over there in a minute. You get your pasta where there's nobody. You go onto the cereal aisle to get the cornflakes you absolutely need, and they've all gone because there's been a mad rush. United need to be in the cornflake aisle now, or they will end up with Rice Krispies, and no one likes Rice Krispies. So we need to move quickly on the striker market. We haven't got a lot of money, and we need to sell to buy. And two, the striker market is going to be empty very, very quick. So United right now are going to be reeling from that Delap deal. They really would have thought they would have got the deal done. I think wrongly, I think they thought the Wilcox pull of having worked with him before, but so had Maresca. The obsession with Chelsea, I think they'd got ahead of them. And I genuinely think they thought the pull of Man United would be enough to be this figurehead of their project. That's going to be a kick in the nuts. They've now got to react to that. Now, there's a lot of reports tonight saying they'll now react by trying to get Sesko or Gyökeres. The big question has to be, by the way, if that is the case, what the hell? Well, it's not surprising because I just think the way the club's run is an absolute joke. But what the hell were we doing going for Delap and then pivoting towards Gyökeres and Sesko, if that's true? Why on earth were we not going for them in the first place? Like, why have we wasted the last 4 or 5 weeks on Delap? And now we're going to try and go for Gyökeres or Sesko. It stinks of desperation again, doesn't it? And it's scary that if we did manage to get Gyökeres, which I don't think we will, it will only be by luck that Delap went to Chelsea, that we went for Gyökeres. And that to me just makes me worry about the way this club is run. They just seem to get so many things wrong that even if we did end up with Gyökeres, it's because we didn't get Delap. And it's weird. It's really, really weird. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.